I'm finally getting to record this. It's been a couple weeks, but Milios issued a challenge about our top 3 most impactful moments, or I guess kind of like our favorite moments in Tower of God. Moments that made us start to fall in love with the series, or moments that made us shocked or in awe, or like moments that made us realize how special this story was. I don't know, whatever criteria you want to make up for it. But for me, my 3 favorite moments in the series, let's freaking talk about these. The first moment for me is gonna be when Wang Nan forgives Lurker at the end of the Room That Cannot Be Trusted arc. This moment defines Wang Nan's character. Because, you know, it's kind of odd when we're introduced to Wang Nan as the future king of the tower. He's this weak regular who has to struggle and struggle and struggle through these tests. He's in debt, he has all these problems, and he's kind of not a great person when we first meet him. He's constantly, like, cheating his way through the tests and open to do anything. Like, the fact that he's willing to do anything, even, you know, fight a little girl that walks into the room, for example, with Misang, or someone, He's in this mindset where no matter what it takes, I will beat this test, and it makes him a little bit unlikable at first, but then this moment happens, and this main character, this POV character that we've been following, finally starts to show why he's made of the good stuff. Because despite the fact that Lurker just brutally murdered his best friend, or one of his good friends that he met during this test, he chooses not to give in to his anger, because he basically says, I won't stoop to your level, I won't continue this cycle, right? The tower is making us do this, it's not your fault. I'm going to choose to forgive you, I'm going to choose to go against the system. And no one does this, right? Like, that moment is what made Bomb or Viol question Wang, be like, why did you do it, right? We get that scene where he says, why did you forgive him? Viol had shown zero emotion towards anybody until that moment, and it's because, obviously, Bomb was a shining light in this tower, but Bomb was forced into this role that Fug put him into, so when Viol was in this role and just kind of being in his own zone, Wang Nan showed him what the light was again, and I think that's just so cool. My second moment is going to be the boy Dan with Rachel. Y'all knew I was gonna say this one. Alright, I don't care though. When Dan tells Rachel to frick off, and in some translations he even says that, he straight up tells her to F off, and it's like a beautiful moment where he says, use your own legs to climb the tower, and she's shocked. This moment, aside from the Bomb push, where Rachel pushes Bomb, obviously, at the end of season 1. I don't know why I'm explaining this. Yeah, do you guys remember that? Remember when Rachel pushed Bomb? Aside from that moment, this was the first time that I remember being on the edge of my seat, like standing up, being shocked and scared at what would happen. But also, while being scared and unsure of the situation, I was also so satisfied, because that was the first time that someone had actually stood up to Rachel. The first time in the entire series that I can remember, because even Kun was like playing along with Rachel, but then Rachel kind of double-crossed him, right? But then when Dan tells her to use her own damn legs, I'm not gonna, you know, he basically says, kill me, I don't care. Freaking the most badass moment for Dan, but it's also immensely satisfying while being terrifying. You know, it's a mixture of all those emotions, and so I'll always remember that being one of my favorite scenes. I only wish we got more Dan, but I feel like the moment stands out more because Dan isn't a major character. He's not like if Kun had said that, it wouldn't, like, it'd be great and awesome, but the fact that it was Dan, of all characters, it makes it even more special. And finally, the moment that you all freaking knew I was gonna say, you know, Haku mentioned this as kind of like a very standard moment. You know, this is an obvious choice to pick. I'm choosing it anyway, bro. It's Rak and Viol's reunion. Okay, this scene, I could talk for so long about this scene, but briefly, it is not only just a fantastic way to reintroduce Bomb/Viol into the group again, right? People start to know who he is, you know, and Rak realizing he's alive. It's obviously a beautiful moment, but the reason I like it so much is because of Rak. Because up until this moment, we've known that Rak likes Bomb, right? But at the same time, you look at Rak in season 1, like the first time he meets Bomb, he literally wants to hunt him, right? He senses this power coming from the Black March/Bomb, and he wants to hunt it. And when you think about that, you see this scene, and the character development, the growth, is finally, it peaks right here. This is the completion of Rak's character arc with Bomb. in my eyes, right? Because when he finds out that Bomb dies at the end of season 1, there's a moment where he's like, where's the turtle, right? But then we don't see anything else because Kun says that in Dorsey and Rack, they're like it's too much for them. They don't want to meet up with anybody else. They're just off doing their own thing alone. They're just sitting in their rooms or whatever the case is. We don't see Rack's real reaction. And then in season 2, the next time we see him, he's with Paracule, right? But when we see him hug Bomb, tears flowing down his eyes, it hits because this tells you exactly how much Bomb actually meant to Rack. Not just in a comical way, not like, oh, I guess I kind of like you. He just embraces him and says, come back, like, you know, we'll climb the tower again, just the 3 of us, like always. Like, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I feel like in a way, everything that happened with Bomb, it didn't necessarily hurt more for Rack than Kun, but the fact that Kun kind of hides it, right? Which fits his character. It's different than when Rack just openly sheds it all and just doesn't care about, you know, oh, I didn't care about you, turtle. Like, no, it's none of that. He just embraces him. And this is also, talking about Bomb, the first time he turns off the bomb switch, right? This whole time he's fleeing from everybody. I guess the first time would be when he warns Kun, when he's about to explode. But even then, it was like 50-50. In my eyes, this is the first time he fully accepts that he can come back because he returns the hug. He doesn't push him away. He doesn't run. He returns the hug. Man, I love this moment so much. My favorite moment in all of Tower of God, hands down. Now, what's funny is that all of these moments are from early season 2. That's kind of weird, right? Like either pre-workshop battle or the beginning of workshop battle. It really is a testament to how important season 2 was to setting up the real story. Because season 1 is like the prologue of just like setting up the lore and the base characters. But early season 2 feels to me like almost the true prologue in a way. It's like the ultimate setup for these amazing characters, and I don't know. I love it. Thank you, Milios. A really fun challenge. I can't think of a challenge right now. I'll think of one soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later. Take care.
If you want to get to the top, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. This is Rachel. Better do it or I'll push you and you'll die.